Ton of mail about Tucker Carlson today. How over the last night or so, he did a story on the BART incident where 60 black people rampaged through a BART train in Oakland, robbing, beating, stealing, threatening, laughing, always laughing. Lots of email going, oh, Colin, Tucker Carlson did a story about it. You gotta see it, you really gotta see it. My first and only question I had to ask about the Tucker Carlson story was, did he identify the perpetrators as black or not? You tell me. And what does it mean?
The San Francisco Bay Area, a genuinely beautiful place run by lunatics, case in point. On Sunday night, riders on the local BART mass transit system were terrorized by a mob of roughly 50 people who swarmed onto a train car all at once to rob the passengers on board. A Fox television station reported on that crime.
The dispatch audio came in at 9:30 Saturday night, an emergency at Oakland's Coliseum BART station.
Had maybe 30 kids board my train, beat up someone, rob them, and then run off the train.
The moment the doors opened, they jumped on board and committed 7 robberies.
2 of the victims were punched in the face and treated by paramedics.
Terrifying stuff, but here's something just as scary if you live in the Bay Area. BART authorities did everything they could to pretend none of this ever happened. Officials did not even notify the public of the attack until the following day, after local media were tipped off to it. And then authorities refused to release the video of the attack, saying they can't because many of the criminals appear to be minors. Never mind that we have no real idea how old they were. In any case, videos like this are released all the time, but the face is blurred. You know exactly what's going on here because you've seen it before, again and again in this country and in Europe. For the sake of misguided political correctness, the people in power are endangering their own constituents, the people they're supposed to protect. They'd rather put your life in peril than appear insensitive. They'd rather have you die than be accused of a moral crime themselves. They literally don't care about you, and yet they are still in charge. Keep that in mind.
Okay, I like Tucker well enough. I like O'Reilly a little more, but I like Tucker well enough. Glad he's there. Glad he's throwing bombs whenever he can. But let's look at what just happened here. He's criticizing BART. He's criticizing the media in San Francisco for being too politically correct to identify the people who were on that bus causing all the havoc. Too politically correct to connect the dots to say how much black criminality has destroyed a huge swath of that area. Yet Tucker Carlson will criticize them for that. But he did the exact same thing they did. He did not call out black people in Oakland. Tucker, do you think it's a coincidence that 60 black people were together? Is that a coincidence? Is it a one-time thing? Is it a pattern? You know the answers to all these questions. No, it's not a coincidence. No, it's not a one-time thing. Yes, it happens an enormous amount. The violence and the denial, that has meaning. And Tucker, you said somebody was a coward for not saying what the meaning is. You're a coward for doing the exact same thing in the exact same way. It's not just applied to Tucker. There's a lot of conservative outlets I kind of expect to do a little bit more about this black violence, black criminality, wildly out of control, wildly out of proportion. But they just sit on their hands and look over their shoulders every time they talk about race. They're scared like a bunch of little girls. Just scared to make the black kids angry.